Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Mark Hoke Show late night. That's right, everybody. The best in pro wrestling news, entertainment, all sorts of crazy stuff happening. We got 4 really cool guys and 1 idiot lined up for you. You can pick which one it's going to be at the end of the show. But we have a terrific one for you this evening on the Mark Hoke Show late night. Cannot wait. Let's get into this thing here. If I would have everything set up properly, which I never do, because, I've been working all day and I suck. But that's all right. Let's do it. The Mark Hoke Show late nights. Good evening, everybody. How you doing out there in internet land? Thanks for being with us this evening. As we bring the best in pro wrestling news, entertainment, and we have some more hijinks, which I didn't even tell these guys what we were doing yet tonight. So they are in for a total shock. But let's introduce our cast of crazies. Of course, a couple guys you're used to seeing on the Mark Hoke Show. And I don't know if he got any votes. We'll have to find out. But Phil Stamper from the Wrestling Revolver. Phil, how are you?
Good. And I am always the president of wrestling.
Always?
Always.
That's not very democratic, sir. Gonna have to fight him.
I own the copyright, so therefore it's mine.
Oh, okay, that's legit. All right, we also bring in from Sports Guys Talking Wrestling our great friend from Austin, Texas. He is Stu Myrick. What's going on, Stu?
Fellas, it is late night here in the beautiful capital city of the Lone Star State.
How'd that race go?
The Formula One.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm trying to remember. That was a couple of weeks ago. We had Mexico City since then. So I got and Brazil. In fact, they're heading your way.
Yeah, I know they're heading my way.
They're heading your way. It was who won? I'd have to look it up. I forget who won here in Austin. Max won in Brazil, Brazil. So it extends his lead. But let's see. U.S. Grand Prix, the winner was Charles Leclerc. In fact, it was Ferrari 1-2.
Ooh.
Leclerc, Sainz, and then Max Verstappen was third. So
Yeah,
now we move on as Florida, the Gators, head to Austin.
With a third-string quarterback.
They will play this Saturday. With their third-string quarterback, yeah.
Yeah.
And a head coach that got a vote of confidence, which
is never
a good sign.
No, just drink up, buddy. Drink up.
That's right. So,
right. Also joining us tonight from Bleacher Report Wrestling, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He is a doctor of wrestling, not thugonomics, just wrestling. He is Doc Chris Mueller. What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to doing much worse on whatever game you have planned, because it probably won't be about one of my favorite pay-per-views this time.
Okay, now hold on. Phil's the president of wrestling. Chris is the doctor of wrestling. What the hell? Who the hell am I?
You're the wrestling stew.
All right, sure.
Wrestling stew.
I'll take that, I guess. Sure.
Stew.
I have no idea what I am. I still have not figured it out. But the king of Las Vegas wrestling photography is with us tonight as well. Very excited to have this man joining us too. He is the Bionic Scoop. What's going on?
Another beautiful day in paradise. How are you guys doing?
Well, you heard him. How are they doing, Scoop?
Well, Phil's still the president. Stu is confused about his identity, and the doc's a doc. Sounds like a good night.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have a great time tonight for you, bringing you the best in pro wrestling. Just, we're going to hit some news, but we're going to keep it kind of a little different tonight. Have some interesting discussions. And then, of course, we always have something fun planned. These guys have no idea what's coming. Even though Scoop got a little preview.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. So
well,
that doesn't count.
See,
unfair advantage.
No, don't worry. I really wasn't paying attention.
Oh, my God. Nobody listens to me. I swear to God. It's amazing they let me on the radio. I'm sorry?
I said, Lord knows we don't.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's all right. But I love you guys anyway. It's all good.
It's all good.
Well, the first thing that I wanted to talk about, believe it or not, I wanted to talk politics slightly. Now, not in the way that's going to make anybody mad, all right? But I wanted to talk about the election's over, right? Thank God we're all done. Phil's leaning in on this. That's great. But guys, so many wrestlers came out for candidates this year, which, I mean, I don't know if I remember ever seeing that we had so many people that were in the industry presenting their presidential choices, shall we say. Guys, I want to fire this one at you. Do you think it mattered? Does it matter to you if you hear from your favorite wrestler or your favorite celebrity about their candidate? Because, I think guys are taking a little bit of risks, putting themselves out there and alienating half their fan base. But, it's certainly their right to do so. Scoop, let me fire that one at you first. I mean, did it affect you in any way whatsoever?
No, not at all, honestly. I appreciate people willing to put that side of their career and out front and on the line, per se. But personally, I really didn't mean a hill of beans to me. I'm glad that people have the ability to do that. I mean, it's great to see it. But in my own personal voting decision, it held zero weight.
And Doc, you're at Bleacher Report, so you're knee deep in the media. Do you think that it was worth it for these guys to come out and start fights amongst wrestling fans because of these endorsements? I mean, the one that was really big was was Undertaker going against Batista. Do you think anybody cared?
I mean, anybody who's been paying attention knew who the Undertaker was voting for anyway. But I think it matters to some people because it's like, oh, this was my childhood hero, and now I see him as voting against, if you're a specific kind of person, my civil liberties. So I do think to some people that stuff makes a difference. Yes, you're going to see a lot of people like Camille, for example. A lot of people were mad at Camille when she made a post. Hager as well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, people are going to have their opinions and people are going to argue about it. In WWE in particular, I know for a fact that for a long time it was a mandate from Vince, keep your mouth shut about politics. And now that he's gone, I don't know what Endeavor, TKO, whatever you want to call them, is doing along those lines, but it seems like people have a little bit more freedom to be themselves, at least online. So I don't think it made a difference to anybody in terms of who they voted for, and I don't think it made a difference to anybody who already knew. Like, everybody already knew Hager was going to vote for who he voted for. Everybody who knows Taker knew that too. Like, I don't think any of these shocked anybody except maybe some of the newer people who are on the scene who haven't been famous since the last election.
Now, Stu, you've been in radio for a long time, and you work in government too. So what were your thoughts when you started seeing all these endorsements come up?
It's been an age-old thing in sports about athletes. There was the call for years, Michael Jordan, hey, why aren't you coming out on one side or the other? And he never would. And there is the, no matter what athlete A does in the political landscape, there will be a certain section that says, forgive the, whatever, shut up and dribble, shut up and run the ball. It didn't matter to me much because, yes, I have my leanings. I'm not gonna, I can make my mind up. I don't need an athlete, a wrestler, a celebrity to help me make my mind up. There are those that I don't know how much difference it made. You mentioned the Undertaker. Well, yeah, he's in Texas. Texas is very, very red. It's a it's interesting to hear what certain people with celebs, athletes, wrestlers, which way they point. I live in Austin, Texas. We are very unread, if you catch my drift.
So you're blue.
Very. I mean, it's Austin. We say keep Austin weird for a reason. We had Effie a couple months ago at our Inspire After Death show here in Austin, and he was very fiery about his political beliefs. And Austin has a very sizable gay community. So yeah, I mean, does it make a difference? Does it sway somebody? It might. But I think more than that, it just shows how your favorite athlete thinks.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of them that came out this time, Phil. We had Hogan speaking at the Republican National Convention, Undertaker and Kane, and we know where those guys stand. Punk has been doing it for a long time, and even on TV shows way before this. Batista coming out. AJ Francis was one who I noticed that was very, very vocal, even today. And Jake Hager made his comments last night that he pulled down because I don't know if Jake was drinking or what, but it was say what he wants. But Phil, is it worth the risk? Because it's an interesting. You have the right to say what you want to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a risk reward thing too, because you take the chance on now this half of this fan base may not like me anymore. Or is at least going to think differently about me. So do you think it's worth the risk?
It's every person has to make their own decision about that when it comes to that question of is it a risk or not. And a lot of people, when they did say something, it was about a value statement versus a candidate. So there were, yes, there were a lot of people who did say I'm for this candidate, but there were more that was like, this is the value I stand for. And I thought that was an interesting tell from some people. I got my hand slapped a few times in the last 2 elections. Don't say anything. Stop saying anything. Don't do anything. And I'm also a government employee too. So like there was another realm in my brain that was like, I have to be careful of what I publicly post anyway. And I'm very cognizant of that. So I left a lot of my social media alone of just, here's wrestling. Like, be entertained. Here's wrestling. And if you want my opinion, come to know me and I'll talk. But one of the greatest values I think we have in the United States is the right to vote who we want to vote for and keep it a secret. If we want, it's a private vote. So I encouraged everybody to vote. I still encourage everybody to vote because that's your right. Like you should. And for me, because a lot of people will start asking me my opinion because of being the president of wrestling. And I'm like,
that's on you, by the way.
I know.
Totally on you.
The president of wrestling is not a pastiche of the guy or gal in the house that's white in DC. It is representative of being a leader. I think of it as the authority figure. Like think of Triple H in charge of the WWE. That's the president of wrestling. Like those are the images I think of when I try to convey. Here's the president of wrestling. Here's what it means. Not making fun of who's sitting in that office. That's ovular.
You mean the White House and the Oval Office?
Mm-hmm.
That's a trick. It's okay. You can say we're internet on this.
Well, just in case, because like the football's big game.
Yeah, you're okay. You don't have to worry about a White House trademark on that. You're allowed to say White House.
Phil, I say Super Bowl. I don't care.
Oh,
dang, I've been to a few. So
look, we all know there's one phrase that you can't say anywhere. It's let's get ready to.
Right.
You can't say that
for some football.
That's okay. You know what it is. Even though I'm friends with Bruce Buffer, so I can get a call to Michael and I'm okay on that one. But yeah, I just thought it was a really fascinating election cycle that professional wrestling somehow got pulled into all this. And I know Donald Trump had a lot. It was historically was involved in wrestling from way back in the early WrestleManias. So there was a connection there, but I never thought I'd see it get pulled out. It was just, this was something very interesting, and there was a lot of passion in this election. So, I get it, but I sometimes just wish, for example, like CM Punk is very vocal, and worn the t-shirts on TV and everything, and I just like, oh man, I'm just thinking about business, and I'm sure he had the freedom to do it in his contract, but I'm all at the same time, I'm also like, you're making a lot of audience mad, and you're trying to, what he did in Texas, he was trying to get a rise out of everybody down there.
Well,
So
then again,
and Stu, you can,
that's their choice, though.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. If you are in the public eye, whether you're a professional wrestler, professional athlete, a celebrity, an actor, whatever, that's the choice you make. And if you decide you want to express yourself, you do that with the understanding that there will be a section of the fan base that turns off. I guess, it's it's simply something that they have to deal with on a daily basis.
I've always felt sometimes it's the fan being selfish. They want their entertainer to be entertaining. How dare you have a thought? Sometimes.
Again, the whole shut up and dribble type deal. That's been a thing for years and years and years, where you have an athlete, somebody in the NFL that voices their opinion, shut up and get on the gridiron. That's and people have to realize can't do that. They're people too. They have their right to express themselves just like we do, and they have their right to vote just like we do.
So part of my master's as I get tongue-tied, part of my master's degree is in higher ed administration, and we study student development theory and this whole cognitive development of a human being and how they think about things and process information. And in your elementary to middle school years, it's a very dualistic thinking. It's either right or wrong. It's yes, no, there's one way or the other. And that's where people live. When you look at the average education level of the United States, it's 5th grade. So where are people stuck in their thought? Yes, no, right, wrong. And so kind of going off what Stu just said, it's not only just that, oh, this person has an opinion. Oh, they have the same opinion I do. It's not necessarily changing their idea. It's like, oh, you're confirming my idea.
It's a reinforcement.
Yeah.
That's where I think all these come in, because when you see a celebrity say, I like Kamala Harris, and you feel like, I like Kamala Harris, maybe I'm not sure, and you hear somebody else say that, and that you hold in high regard, and you're like, that reinforced my belief. Now, it may not have changed my mind, but it possibly, put you in a state of mind where, okay, it's okay for me to feel that way. I think that's where some of these endorsements, and it depends on who it is. If it's some crazy whack job, no, I'm not going to listen to you. But like somebody like a Mick Foley, when he was very vocal this election, and I don't know anybody that doesn't like Mick Foley. So his words are going to carry some weight. It was. I wanted to talk about it because I just found it really fascinating about how all this went down this year. It was something else.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, and that's, again, that's something that if you haven't made up your mind, if the opinion of your favorite public figure sways you, then so be it. It is interesting, Undertaker, for what his beliefs, and he lives here in Austin. So, and there is a part of Austin that is, on the conservative side. But for the better part of its history, this city has been very progressive, shall we say.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought it'd be a fascinating conversation for us to have tonight after all this went down, that the wrestling community got so involved in it, and just, fans were fighting each other on X and all sorts of nutsy stuff. So, yeah, but I hope we had a fun time talking about it in a nice way. See, we all come together. That's what we do, right?
And by the way, fans fight each other on X all the time.
I was going to say the same thing too. They will fight each other over fonts on X.
Yeah.
That is a very good point. Well, we're here on the Mark Hoke Show late night. I've got Phil Stamper, Stu Myrick, the Bionic Scoop, and Doc Chris Mueller from Bleacher Report, just shooting the scheisse. I guess I can say. Wait, we're online. I can say shit. Everybody want to say it with me? No, maybe
Shit.
See, it's fun. I got to be careful. I'm the only person in my whole KDAWN team over the past 4 years that has not gotten dumped. So I got to be careful. I don't want to get in any bad habits. But I tell you what, let's step back and take a break, and then we're going to get into some of the things that happened in the ring, including we've got what is going on with Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes. They've gone poof. They're gone, at least for a little while anyway. Just the wild stuff happened in Full Gear and everything else. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will talk some more pro wrestling with our good friends, Doc Chris Mueller, Bionic Scoop, Phil Stamper, and Stu Myrick. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back in just a little bit.
Looking for high-quality custom screen printing in Las Vegas? Look no further than Off-Grid Creations. Need a few custom t-shirts for a local event, band merchandise, or family reunion? We've got you covered. Large order of uniforms for your staff, sports team, or club? We can handle that too. Our experienced team will work closely with you throughout the entire process from design consultation to final product. Call us at 661-300-1115. That's 661-300-1115, or visit our website at off-gridcreations.com. Get a free consultation today.
Want a matching bonus up to $500 and have fun betting on pro wrestling plus all your favorite sports and entertainment events? Then you need to check out betonline.ag. Bet on all the top wrestling events, plus you can get a free 50% matching bonus up to $1,000 on your initial deposit. Just go to markhokeshow.com, click on the betonline.ag link, and use sign-up code BOL1000 to get in on the action today and receive your 50% matching bonus. So get in on all the betting excitement. Sign up right now on markhokeshow.com with betonline.ag.
Hey there, adventure seeker. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site. The best unpublished hotel deals. TheTravelShark.com.
All right, everybody, let's get back to it. It is the Mark Hoke Show late night. Oh, yeah. All the ladies are loving it. We got 5 super studs in the house. At least I think so. You know, Doc put a weird picture up there. I'm still trying to see quite what that is.
It's Daniel Garcia.
Oh, there you go. Red Death. Yeah, that's something great for late night in Las Vegas.
That's not a picture of him. That is an art piece of him that Mel Coleman made for me for an article when I did an interview with him a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
So that's not photoshopped. That's her just making that, which is crazy how real it is.
You guys have all sorts of cool stuff. I was talking to Scoop before we got on the air, and Scoop, you've got a ton of collectibles and crazy stuff you got in the house too, man. Sorry, go ahead, Scoop. I apologize. I had your mic off.
So I'm a nerd. It's what I do.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, look at Stu Myrick's place back there. I mean, he's got enough. I would think Stu is a world champion with all these belts he's got flying around.
No. Let's not leave. These belts do not leave that bookshelf. And they're toy belts too. So
Have you ever wrestled?
me? No.
Yeah.
No. Nobody wants to see an announcer wrestle.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
I mean,
Even if they do,
remember the
it's not
tuxedo
me.
match from the WCW, right?
Yeah. Again, even if they do, it's not me. Dustin Rhodes keeps wanting me to take a bump, and I keep telling him no. I belong behind a microphone.
Oh my God, we should take up a collection for you, Stu. What would it take to get
Nope.
you to take a bump?
Nope. $20 million.
Just one.
Just
$20
one.
million.
Dude, you and I are right here, man.
$20 million. There
I'm
you go.
Scoop. I'm amazed you've never. I mean, for those that don't know, Bionic Scoop really does an unbelievable photography job. If you need a photographer, get this guy. He is incredible. But you do all the promotions in Las Vegas and beyond. I'm amazed you haven't taken a good bump at some point.
Taking one. It was at Pride Style. They're on the lowboy ring, and someone went for a springboard move in the corner, and their foot slipped off, and they kicked me dead in the face and broke my nose.
Oh,
Ouch.
Yeah,
That's not a bump. That's a botch.
So I grew up playing soccer and rugby, so bleeding I'm used to it. I'm good. It's one of those moments where I'll never forget because like it happened. I'm like, my face is really hot. I'm hurt. At that point you're doing damage control. All right, systems check. Am I concussed? No. Camera's working fine. And I'm like, oh, I smell iron. That's not good. And I turned around to check, and people behind me are checking on me. Are you okay? I'm like, I think I'm all right. I mean, my face hurts a little bit. And then when you see somebody's face drop, I was like, oh boy, I'm in trouble.
Oh God,
I'm hurt. I'm like, it's bleeding. And she goes, uh-huh. I'm like, it's crooked, isn't it? She goes, uh-huh. I'm like, all right. So I went to the bathroom, cleaned it up the best I could, got it aligned the best I could, and shot the rest of the show because I'm not a punk.
there you go.
Nice.
And of course, we all root for Phil Stamper to take bumps.
Oh yeah. Like I'm itching to get back in the ring. I rolled a little bit this last weekend, and I'm not ready yet. But
What is the worst bump you ever took, Phil?
I can't remember. I can't think of like a bad bump in that way. I know I've taken stuff from like the apron to the floor and it sucked, but I can't like coherently process it. Plenty of times when people have been thrown on top of me, and like that one sucks worse than anything else. Like in practice one time, we're all like in the ring, in different sections of the ring doing stuff, and somebody accidentally got suplexed on top of my face, and so my teeth went through my upper lip, like about halfway, almost all the way through, and so that was uncomfortable because you can't do anything about your mouth. Like, no, you need to eat and drink. So that was just uncomfortable to deal with.
Ouch. I'm sorry, man. That's
the first time I bumped, which was accidental after my neck surgery, was freaky in my brain. And when I did it, I fell. It was at a wrestling event. And I'm sitting there on the ground, and a ref who knew it was coming up came over like, oh my God, Phil, are you okay? And I just started sitting there laughing because I was moving my fingers like, okay, I'm not paralyzed. Everything's going to be fine. So when you said, Scoop, the system recheck, yeah, that's what I was doing.
It's a system check. It's a system check.
Yeah, everything's fine. I can move.
Any athlete that's ever been hurt immediately, it's an instinctual thing. It's okay. All right. Toes, legs, arms. All right. We're good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And even the first intentional bump I really took, I kind of did the same thing. I took a stunner because it was March 16th. And so whoever won the main event, like he gave a stunner to everybody on the event. And I took it. I was going to do the really bad sort of Vince McMahon fall forward sideways, so I wouldn't like really bump. And it was just so automatically in my system, the muscle memory. I went down and popped right up, and I'm like, well, that's going to happen.
Oh, God, the world of pro wrestling, everybody. I've only been in a ring once, and I've got to get that footage. I don't know if you were there that night, Scoop, when I was was Santa Claus beating up the Grinch.
I have photos of it.
Oh, you do?
I do.
I want to see.
I will have to when I get home. I will send them to you.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because being the photographer, it's an art form to me. So I kind of keep everything, and my whole apartment, my whole wall, my apartment is just different photos that are special to me that I've shot, different promotions. I don't pick. Oh, it's a superstar. I'm going to put them on my wall. I mean, from students to if it's a shot that resonates with me, it's on my wall.
Yeah, I beat up the Grinch, guys.
I've got I have a picture of him.
All
being
right.
Grinch.
Oh,
Nice.
I've got to watch the footage though. I'm sure it's about a 1 out of 10. But the Scoop, there was a good crowd pop though.
It was a good crowd pop because everyone likes to see Santa punch the Grinch.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Threw a couple clotheslines and kicked him out of the ring. It was great. I don't know if I could do it again. I got to get into training. I think I need to. Do you guys think I should do it one time? I know we're kind of rambling here a little bit, but
Go for it.
I'm not going to stop you.
I'm sure you're not.
I'll film it.
All right. Maybe I'll take on Phil.
Double check your insurance coverage. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that part.
There
Right.
you go. Exactly.
I would trust Phil. I think he wouldn't leave me lying in a pool of blood, I would hope. But there he is. Look, he's like,
I'm just saying, people keep coming to me asking me to teach them submission work. So,
all right, fair enough. We'll stay away from Phil then. Mentioned this going into the break, guys. Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes got put on leave from WWE. They are tight-lipped about why they are on leave, how long they're on leave. What did you think of this story when it hit? Phil, I'll give you first shot at this one.
because you don't know, right? You just don't know. So it's hard to go off of what's going on. Because I think one of the responses I saw, I think it was Sean Ross Sapp, said it was probably for more personal and family reasons. That his wife might be sick again, maybe was one of the rumors for Bruce Pritchard. But who knows until something comes out, and even then.
Yeah, Doc, have you guys heard anything of Bleacher Report about this?
No, I don't really pay attention to that kind of news, to be honest with you. I did read the report from Sean that said Michaels was planned for a while. So this was like a planned leave of absence that he had been whatever. But, again, who knows if even that's true.
Fair enough.
We know that pro wrestling organizations, when they give information to quote unquote dirt sheets as they see them, they work them sometimes. This is why I am not in the business of breaking news, because I don't want to be associated with any of that.
My brain is going wild conspiracy theories. Even though I don't live there, my brain can go there and visit it now and again. Because Vince is going to start his own thing, and then he wants Bruce and Michael by his side.
What did you think about that, guys? I know we didn't really talk about that on the Sunday show at all. The Vince was talking about starting his own entertainment company. God, come on, dude, retire already. I mean, he can do what he wants, but
I don't think he's wired to. I think he's one of those guys that has to do something.
Yeah, I mean, remember what he said in the documentary? If you retire, you're dead.
I mean, he can only allegedly travel and allegedly visit all the women he has across the country, allegedly, so many times, allegedly.
Allegedly.
When somebody who knows me but doesn't really follow wrestling calls me and is like, "You won't believe who just came out of the house across the street of mine for me," and
what?
Yeah, I was like, "What?" In the first thing in the morning. Oh, okay. That's curious.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
Allegedly.
Oh.
I got you, Phil.
Thanks.
Wow. We're getting some great stories tonight. This is kind of fun. This is what I want to do with this. I don't want to lighten this up and have
I
a
will
good
say
time.
this. I know this about Vince. So I've put this out there before, but my dad used to work for WWE many years ago in the office. And he was there when they built the Performance Center and stuff like that. And then he had told me that Vince was always there first thing in the morning before everybody. And when my dad was leaving, Vince's car was always still there. He's a workaholic, and I don't think he knows how to relax. Like there's stories about him only sleeping 3 to 4 hours a night on average, if at all. And I mean, you know, cocaine's a hell of a drug, but still, like, you do have, your body does need rest. Your body does need rest. So the guy, like, the word to use for him is a shark, because like if he stops moving, he's gonna die.
Fair enough. Stu, is cocaine a hell of a drug?
I would know.
What's that?
I have tried pot twice, and both times it made me sleepy. I don't need help being sleepy. I'm 56 years old. I can be sleepy. So, you know,
Fair enough.
As far as Vince's entertainment thing, look, I think we all agree. He can't sit still. He can't just retire. So now I will be interested in seeing who signs with this entertainment company if it does come to fruition, given his past, his allegations, all this good stuff. But you know, hey, if he's got the money, he's got the energy to do it. It, from all accounts, it's not going to be wrestling. It's going to be film and TV. Then why not? I guess
Vince has a deep desire to win an Oscar. That is the whole reason WWE Films was originally created. So I would not be shocked if he actually did start trying to produce movies.
Seriously, Doc, I would agree with you. I think that all those times that he was trying to make movies, I really do think that he wanted to be a movie mogul. I mean, if he could have done that and gotten out of the World Wrestling Federation years ago, I think he would have done it.
I think he even went on record. It might have been during a Stern interview or something, where he said something like, yeah, I'd love to win an Oscar. And that's why we created the film department, even though the films we're making aren't Oscar films right now. Eventually, that's what we'll blah, 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 blah. You know,
I mean, the Marine 3 should have at least gotten a nomination.
Which one was Becky in?
That was like 5 or 6.
That one was like...
I was staring so intently on Scoop to wait for him to break.
That one wasn't like completely terrible. Mostly because it had a completely shocking ending.
I have not watched any of the Marine movies. Not one.
I'm with you, Mark. I can honestly say I have not watched any of the Marine movies.
I gutted through 3 and that was it.
Wait, you didn't watch any of those? You just watched 3?
No, I've seen 1 and 2, but like,
okay. I
3
was just
is where I was like, all right, you know what?
So when I say this movie never happened, but it appeared on my IMDb. There was a WWE film and it had all these people listed, and randomly I was on it. Somebody else saw it and like, Phil, what is this movie? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I go there.
Cowboy one?
It was some WWE film. It never ever got made, but I was listed as being in the cast. And I'm like,
very nice.
No.
No.
I was not in that movie.
There was a planned Western with like The Undertaker and Triple H and Shawn Michaels back when they all still had long hair. And it never happened. But it was on IMDb for a short period of time. I don't think it still is. But my God, I wanted that to happen so bad because it would have been a train wreck.
They did tease it was both in a book and in a comic book, a WWE series that would have been I can't remember if it was the CIA wanted spies in other countries. Well, you can hire these professionally trained athletes that are traveling the world under the guise of the WWE, and they would be super spies. And I can't remember because Cena talked about it in an interview one time.
I was gonna say he'd be perfect because you can't see him.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But on the cover,
I'm sorry.
I want to say I can't remember if it was him and Jillian Hall. I can't remember who the female was.
Jillian Hall?
But it was like they're both like posing there with guns, and there was like a whole they were going to go on television and start being in this love affair, and in a way to sort of tease the series that puts them in together as agents and pseudo maybe in a relationship. And it was like it ended up not happening, so they didn't end up coming together. And I was like, really? This all can't?
Phil, do you remember the proposed Santino Marella Vladimir Kozlov sitcom?
No.
There was plans for a sitcom starring Santino Marella and Kozlov, as like Kozlov would be the goofy neighbor and it would be Santino and Beth as like the couple, quote unquote.
Oh my God.
I wanted it so bad and it never happened. I think there, you know what? I'll look right now. There might even still be an official article in the WWE archive somewhere.
Wow. That's insane.
They announced it. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Oh, but I know Kozlov does acting though. He's legit. He is legit. He's actually friends with Robert Davi from, who was in the Goonies and oh my God, he'll kill me. Die Hard.
Apparently the proposed title was Somebody Loves Santino. There's an article on the Lost Media Wiki about it. But yeah, it was a whole thing.
Love it.
Jesus.
Everybody hates Chris and somebody loves Santino.
Yeah, Fightful has an article about it where Santino talks about when he pitched it. Yeah.
Santino pitched this.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
Apparently I wrote an article about it 5 years ago. What do you know?
His own article. That's amazing.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
God, I love you guys so much. This is just
funny.
great. This is what I wanted to do on Late Night Show. Just have a good time, just chatting and having a blast. So, oh, God, I just wish I was drunk right now. But, that's another story. Thanks for laughing, Doc. I appreciate that. Now, you know what? I tell you what, I'm just going to leave it there. To hell with some of this other stuff. I got a game to play with these guys, and we're going to have a really interesting time with this one. Stu, are you awake enough to go? Are you going to be ready?
Sure.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Yeah, because I
At
hope
almost 11 p.m. Central, but hey, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You'll be okay, big man. All right, guys, let's take one more break. And when we come back, the guys are going to be playing another brand new game. I promise we'll start cycling these through soon. But I put a lot of work into this, so don't say it sucks. Stick around, everybody. We've got more on the Mark Hoke Show late night coming at you with the Bionic Scoop, Phil Stamper, Stu Myrick, and Doc Chris Mueller here on the show. Thanks for being with us. We really do appreciate it. And we will see you on the other side of the break.
Hey there, adventure seeker. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site. The best unpublished hotel deals. TheTravelShark.com.
Want a matching bonus up to $500 and have fun betting on pro wrestling plus all your favorite sports and entertainment events? Then you need to check out betonline.ag. Bet on all the top wrestling events, plus you can get a free 50% matching bonus up to $1,000 on your initial deposit. Just go to markhokeshow.com, click on the betonline.ag link, and use sign-up code BOL1000 to get in on the action today and receive your 50% matching bonus. So get in on all the betting excitement. Sign up right now on markhokeshow.com with betonline.ag.
Looking for high-quality custom screen printing in Las Vegas? Look no further than Off-Grid Creations. Need a few custom t-shirts for a local event, band merchandise, or family reunion? We've got you covered. Large order of uniforms for your staff, sports team, or club? We can handle that too. Our experienced team will work closely with you throughout the entire process from design consultation to final product. Call us at 661-300-1115. That's 661-300-1115. Or visit our website at off-gridcreations.com. Get a free consultation today.
All right, and we are back on the Mark Hoke Show late night. Third edition of the show. By the way, coming up in about 6 weeks, fellas, is the 200th episode of the Mark Hoke Show, like the week before Christmas. So everybody keep your calendars clear. It's going to be a hell of a day. Wow, thanks for all that excitement. Thanks, guys. Up yours.
Congratulations.
I'll be more excited like the week before. I'm with my personal life. I don't get hyped up until it's almost here.
Well, I'm just saying. You know, God, I this is the love they give me, everybody. It's unreal. But thank you for being with us. And by the way, just want to remind everybody too, you heard from some of our sponsors of the show, betonline.ag. Man, you could have made some money on the presidential election if you wanted to on betonline.ag. And they literally have everything on that site. You can bet on pro wrestling, you can bet on cricket and darts, and obviously football, basketball, baseball, whatever you want to throw out there. It's on that site. So if you want to head over to markhokeshow.com and click on one of the betonline.ag banners, I got a nice bonus for you. It's a 50% matching bonus up to $1,000. So that means Scoop could get extra $500, man. It's a pretty darn good deal.
If you've got the patience to bet on Test cricket, by God, good for you.
Yeah. But check it out, betonline.ag. But go to my website first, and that's how you get that really cool bonus. Also, our good friends.
Speaking of betting,
yeah,
and I looked it up just for kicks. Florida at Texas, 11 a.m. on ABC. The spread right now, Texas by 22.5.
Oh, I think that. Oh, that is actually a decent spread.
I may take Florida to cover on that one.
Fair enough. So betonline.ag there. Also got our good friends at the travelshark.com/Hoke Show. That's where you got to go. Got all these great events all over the country and the world. And of course, WrestleMania coming to here to Las Vegas. And we were looking a little while ago and saw for the 4 nights at WrestleMania, you could save like $400 at a pretty good hotel here in Las Vegas for your stay. Check it out. Just go to the travelshark.com/Hoke Show, and you can get all these great discounts. Let's get a membership real quick. It's free. It's powered by Priceline. It's all those employee prices, like the ones you see on the mystery hotel things. You don't have to guess on the Travel Shark. Just go there, sign up today. It's the travelshark.com/Hoke Show. Sign up today. That way I get paid, and then maybe I can start paying these guys for showing up. Right.
I mean, you are generously hosting everybody from Revolver, like me and like Sammy and like the production crew. We're all just going to sleep on like your living room floor during Mania Week, right?
Yeah, I'll clear the dining room table out. Amanda we'll put Amanda on the top bunk, and the rest of it, it's all good.
There you go.
We got it covered. And of course, our good friends at offgridcreations.com. If you see this great sign behind me and this fantastic shirt, they're from Off Grid Creations. They do unbelievable work. Mike and his team are phenomenal. And if you want to get on the fun with Off Grid Creations, they will do a free brand consultation for you. Just go to off-gridcreations.com and work with Mike. He can basically put your logo on anything and he'll help you plan it all out. So it's off-gridcreations.com. All right. Are you ready, gentlemen? Are you?
I don't know, but we're going to do it
right, because you said it's a new games, and I'm like,
live in fear. That's a good way to do things. Live in fear, Phil. So, give me 1 second here. God, I need a producer for this show, but we are going to be playing my brand new game. Are you ready? It is called. There we go. 50 to Uno. Pretty happy music here too, but 50 to Uno. Yeah, everybody's dancing a little bit.
I want to update your music bed though, but
so guys, here's how this is going to work. I've got 50 trivia questions for all of us to go through, and guess what I've got right here? Uno cards. All right. Phil's okay. So basically what's going to happen is I shuffled these cards up before we got rolling. We're going to take turns going around asking everybody a question. Whatever point value is on this card is what you get. But There's also those other disaster cards. Well, some of them might be okay for you. You might get skipped. You might get reversed. There's also the draw twos are in the deck. So if you get on the draw two, if you get the question right, you get however many card points are on the next two cards. There's also the draw fours in there. Same thing.
Ooh.
So you can either win a ton of points or lose a ton of points.
This isn't that new wild wacky one with like the draw 20, is it?
No, I did not put the draw 20 in there. No, that would be well, anyway. That's an abomination. So pretty simple, guys. Got it?
Yep.
All right.
Sure.
Okay. To pick who's going to start, give me a number between 1 and 10. I'm going to start with Phil. I have my number. Go.
9.
Stu?
5.
Doc?
8.
Scoop?
I'm going with my all-time favorite number 10.
Stu, you were closest to 6, so you are going to get the first card. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. First card. You have a 1-point question. So you get nice and easy right off the bat. No pressure, Stu.
Are you also aligning the point value to the difficulty of the question?
Nope.
Okay.
There's some doozies in here, and there's some that are pretty easy. So you'll get a kick out of this. So Stu, you don't get this. I'm gonna scream. The legendary 1990 WWF Showdown at Shea featured Bob Backlund and Pedro Morales beating the Wild Samoans for the tag titles and Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. But what was the brutal main event of that card?
Hold it. What? Hold. That wasn't 1990.
1980. 1980.
You said 90. That's 80.
I'll check the
God.
recording. 1980.
Oh, let's
Showdown
see.
at Shea.
Isn't it 80 would be, oh man, I was barely watching wrestling at that time. I was watching Mid-South.
Legendary match.
I didn't even know about WWF then. Wasn't that Zbyszko
and
Bruno?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino and Larry Zbyszko. There was the blow off for their feud. 1 point for Stu. You're on the board. Congratulations.
Oh, guess what? So I was grocery shopping.
Okay.
There's a grocery store right like 90 seconds from my apartment. And in the little toy section, they have WWE figures. And sure enough, they had a Bruno Sammartino figure.
Did you buy it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you better get back.
I'm not a figure guy.
Dude, you can sell that.
But
Scoop.
it was kind of cool to see that.
Huh.
For those of you in Austin, it's at the HEB at Palmer Lane and McNeil.
Why are you telling everybody? Just go buy it and sell it to somebody, Stu. Come on, you got to think ahead.
Maybe I'll go by there tomorrow.
I think you should. Doc, here's your card. And you have been reversed. Stu, it's back to you. This is like real Uno, baby. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
What?
And that is the dreaded. Yeah, those are the draw twos, if I remember right. Sorry, it's a brand new deck. No, that's not draw two.
Skip.
That's skip. Sorry. So Stu, you're skipped. We go to Phil.
All right.
Here we go. 5-pointer for
Okay.
you, Phil.
Okay.
Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard had a very historic I Quit match at Starrcade 85. What item did Magnum TA use on Tully to get him to say yes and end the match?
I'm going to say a chair.
Be a little more specific.
Steel chair.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You went too specific on that. No, he used the leg of a wooden chair.
Okay.
Baby doll threw that in and it broke, and they broke it, and he jammed it in his head. So no points for you, Phil.
That I remember.
Yeah. Well, there you go. All right. Scoop. Let's see what we got for you. Oh, you got to draw too. So you may get some bonus points out of this, or you may be in the negatives right off the bat.
It's like my bank account. Let's go.
What WWE superstar climbed the ladder to help Carmella win the Money in the Bank briefcase in 2017?
James Eldridge. Or James, what's his name? Get the guy with the no chin guy.
And what was his name?
Oh, God. His last name is James. I can't. It's gone.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunately, I can't take that answer. It
I
is
know.
James Ellsworth. James Ellsworth. So you're getting penalized here.
Poop.
There's a -2.
When you said Eldridge, I honestly was like, yeah, that's correct. Because I couldn't remember either. And that sounded
I
right.
feel too bad.
It was close enough.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close.
He's a Maryland guy. I wouldn't hear the end of it if we let it slide.
And we got you reversed. So you only got a -2 on that. So you didn't get devastated, but that means the reverse takes it back to Phil. Phil, are you ready?
No, but let's go.
What was the I don't know if this is an easy question or not. What was the opening match?
Did you draw a number card?
Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Right.
What we got? 3-pointer.
Okay.
3-pointer. What was the opening match of day 1 in last year's WrestleMania?
Oh my God.
First match. Last year's WrestleMania. Not so long ago.
I can't remember. I 100%. I just can't remember.
That was Rhea Ripley against Becky Lynch.
My brain was like, it's Becky. I could not remember who it was against.
Stu, here we go.
All right.
You got a 1-pointer.
Another 1-pointer.
And you're in the lead right now. Scoops and last thanks to the negative. In the 1998 Bash at the Beach, Hulk Hogan and DDP teamed up with 2 NBA Hall of Famers. Who were they?
Oh, okay. It was Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone.
That is correct.
Yeah. Rodman was with the Bulls at the time, and Malone with Utah Jazz, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he is still with the Jazz, or is he retired? I can't remember, but yep, but you are correct. All right. Doc, you finally got a question because everybody kept screwing you over. You do. And it's a big one. 5-pointer.
Okay, cool.
5-pointer.
Swear to God, if you ask a question from 1964 or some shit.
No, it's not. No, it's not that bad. What city and state was Cactus Jack billed to be from that shared the name of a famous game show?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, Cactus Jack. Oh, God. Where would he have been billed from? The famous game show?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is shaking their heads.
I don't know. Is there a town called Press Your Luck, Texas?
There might be.
No, there is not.
I honestly, I'm at a complete loss. Like, total blank. I have nothing.
Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Oh.
You're going to kick yourself later on after that. All right. Let's see. That means we're going back to Stu. Here is your card. 4-pointer.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wait. No, we were going to Scoop.
Yeah.
That's right. We're going the other direction. Sorry. This is for Scoop. Scoop.
Okay.
4 points for Scoop here. I
I'll be back
apologize.
positive if I don't screw up.
All right. At Vengeance 2001, Chris Jericho won a tournament to become the WWE Undisputed Champion, beating The Rock in the first round and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the second. Who did Austin beat to get to the final?
Oh, you're testing me on this one.
That was the point. The forgotten man in the whole thing. Who was it?
I really can't remember, so I'm going to take a shot. Triple H. I don't think he was healthy at the time.
That is incorrect. Do you guys remember who it is?
That was my call too, actually.
Yeah, mine too.
It wasn't Angle, was it?
It was Kurt Angle.
Ah, that's right. Okay.
It was Kurt Angle. All right. Phil. Oh, a draw too. Could be good or bad. Let's see what you get here. What 2 wrestlers formed the WWE tag team called the Twin Towers? And I need their names at the time.
You didn't draw the numbers.
Not yet.
Okay. I thought you drew it and then like.
No, I'll draw it after we see what happens to you if you get devastated.
Okay. Well, wait a minute, because what if one of them is a reverse or a skip?
We'll deal with that.
Please repeat the question. I'm so sorry.
What two wrestlers formed the WWE tag team called the Twin Towers?
Dan Spivey and Mike Enos.
No. That would be the Big Boss Man and Akeem.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spivey and Enos were in WCW.
I'm totally blending teams. Okay.
Well, you're not going to be happy because here's a 5. So that's a -5 and a -1. So, Phil, you are now at -6. Well, you guys
I thought it was 2 separate questions and each.
No. It's 2 cards. 2 cards. You
now
just
I'm
lost
on
6.
Okay.
All
Yay.
right. Stu. You also got a draw too.
Okay.
All right. So a little pressure here. Oh my God. The guy that I was wondering if he'd get this question. Kerry Von Erich used Modern Day Warrior by Rush as his entrance music. Name the song title and artist his brother Kevin used for his.
Oh, dear Lord. Really?
Yep.
It was Stranglehold by Ted Nugent.
That is correct.
Because guess who else uses it? Ross and Marshall.
They do. We got a 5 and a reverse. So we're going to be going back the other way. But 5 points.
And here I'll pull one more. Which song did they use when it was a tag team? Or it was David?
Ooh, that is a good question. I'm not sure.
LaGrange by ZZ Top.
ZZ Top, yeah.
That little old band from Texas.
You betcha. All right, so you screwed over Doc on that too. So we go back to Phil. Phil, you have a chance to get out of not quite out of the hole, but close. You got a 5-pointer.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan was briefly part of the Nexus in WWE, but what did Bryan do in the Nexus's debut to get released by WWE?
He used a tie as a noose to choke Justin Roberts at ringside.
That is correct. You're back to -1.
Which he did again in AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good throwback. Scoop.
That totally popped me, by the way, when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Skip.
All right.
Doc. 3-pointer here for you.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Oh, I don't know if you're going to like this question or not.
Oh, great.
What wrestler allegedly pulled a gun on Hulk Hogan to try to get a job in WWE? What wrestler allegedly pulled a gun on Hulk Hogan to try to get a job in WWE?
Psycho Sid.
Nope. Anybody know that one?
Say the question again, please.
What wrestler allegedly pulled a gun on Hulk Hogan to try to get a job in WWE? Actually, would have been WWF at the time, but anybody? No?
No.
That was Harley Race.
Oh, wow.
Scared the hell out of Hogan so bad he tried to get out of the bathroom quick. It was an interesting story.
Who told this story? Was it Hogan?
Hogan did tell the story, but it has been verified. So
Okay.
Okay.
Not say that. I remember Cornette talking about that.
yeah. All right, Stu. You got another 5-ball, man. Look at this. You're scoring big. What wrestler represented Donald Trump in the Battle of the Billionaires at WrestleMania 23?
Bobby Lashley.
Correct. Stu is now up to 12. We've got Stu with 12, Doc 0, Phil -1, Scoop -2. So one person in positive so far. You guys are tearing it up.
Oh, wait, I got my
right.
question wrong. I thought I was negative.
Well, you don't lose it unless it's on the draw 2s or the draw 4s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We go to Phil Stamper, everybody. A deuce. I'm not saying Phil's a deuce. It's a 2-pointer. Hangman Adam Page once pulled a fast one on the Young Bucks on a Halloween show to attack them. What costume was he wearing to fool the Bucks?
Why am I thinking a lion? I think I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say a lion.
No.
I know this one because it's my favorite character in the movie. One of them of all time. Stay Puft Marshmallow.
It was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Okay.
Scoop. 2-pointer for you.
All right.
The Road Warriors used a few different catchphrases. One involves some seriously scary eating. As they said, we snack on danger and dine on what? We snack on danger and we dine on what? Everybody's bobbing their heads. I can't see Doc bobbing his head because he's hiding.
God. This is in my very, very young days because I was very young when this happened. I'm going to say death.
Correct. Scoop, you're out of the hole. Congratulations. Way to go.
Don't get me wrong. The tape was rewinding in my head at Mach 5.
All right, Doc, here we go. 4-pointer. So this is a good one. And the question is, what professional wrestling manager got his start at age 14 as a pro wrestling photographer?
Well,
I know this one.
Is that Paul Heyman?
No, that is incorrect. Phil, what's the answer?
Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette is correct.
Mm-hmm.
But Heyman did start as a photographer. But
I
now
was
I
going
can't
to
remember.
say, I just wasn't sure if it was that
Wasn't he
young.
like 16, I think?
That's what I'm wondering. I wonder how old he was.
I think
All
he
right.
was 16. Heyman was.
Stu,
Yes.
you got a 4.
He was
Okay.
13.
13.
Damn.
Why are you getting? I can't believe this is crazy. Before the Ultimate Warrior went to the WWF, he was billed as another type of warrior in world-class championship wrestling. What was his name in WCCW?
The Dingo Warrior.
The Dingo Warrior is correct. How are you getting all the Texas questions? That's
Hey,
ridiculous.
hey.
Score update. Stu is at 16. Doc and Scoop are at 0, and Phil is at -1. Phil, it is your turn.
Wasn't he managed by Percy Pringle at one time?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I think it was real brief. It was after Rick Rude, but I think Dingo Warrior had Percy Pringle as a manager
Yeah,
at one time.
Well, we'll look that up. All right, Phil.
Yes.
Got a 2-ball. Here we go. In 1995 in WCW, Kevin Sullivan and the Master created a huge stable which terrorized WCW. What was the name of the stable? Oh, come on, Phil.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Because I can think of the old one. I can think of the Varsity Club. That's not it.
I will tell you that is not it. You're on the right track.
Right.
Oh, Phil Stamper is just struggling here.
I can't believe my brain is on. I don't know what's happened to me today. No, my brain was like the Dark Order. No, it's not that. It's
No, it's not
the. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it.
the Dungeon of Doom.
Okay.
All right. Scoop.
Yeah.
3 for you, sir.
What we got?
All right. I keep taking you back to the 80s. Early in Lex Luger's career in 1987,
Okay.
he made the mistake of telling a veteran pro wrestler what to do that night before their steel cage match. That wrestler stopped selling in the middle of the match, and Luger was so scared he climbed out of the cage to escape. Who was that legendary veteran wrestler?
I have no clue.
No idea?
But I'm going to say Barry Windham because I'm bored.
Not Barry Windham. Anybody know who that is?
I'd say Ole.
Nope.
No,
Orndorff?
not Ole.
No.
87.
87.
This would have been. Was Luger in the Four Horsemen at that time?
I don't believe he was.
It wasn't Vader, was it?
No, it wasn't Vader, but you're kind of getting on the right track.
Who?
Anybody? Because I got to keep going.
Yeah.
No, Bruiser Brody.
Mm.
Bruiser
Yeah, I'd
Brody
run
stopped.
from Bruiser Brody too if he stopped selling.
Oh,
He did work Florida a lot, so
Yep.
yeah.
All right, Doc, got a two-pointer here for you. WrestleMania 35 in 2019 was famous for the first women's match to main event WrestleMania, but it was also known as the first WrestleMania since 2000 to not have this person appear on the card. Who was it?
35. Was that Taker?
That was The Undertaker. You are correct.
Okay.
All right, Stu. Reverse. Doc, you get another question. Way to go. Chance to catch up a little bit. What wrestler won a tournament for the NWA World Championship only to throw it in a garbage can and proclaim himself the ECW World Champion?
Oh, Shane Douglas?
Shane Douglas is correct. I didn't see how many points you got. Oh, I'm sorry. I screwed up. Since I asked you a question, we'll get you some points. 4 points for you, sir.
Okay.
Mix that card back in. Because actually, you would have gotten skipped. You lucked out. Scoop.
Yep.
5 points. Big one here for you.
Pressure. It makes diamonds, though. It makes diamonds.
The wrestling album from the WWF came out in 1985 with many wrestlers singing their own songs, which became their entrance music. What was the name of Hillbilly Jim's tune?
I'm singing it in my head, but I can't call the name. I can't call the name exactly. Like I can sing the whole tune.
You have the tune. You do have the tune.
Country boy? I'm going with that.
Should we give it to him, guys? It's I don't know.
It's your call. It's your show.
Yes.
I'm just here for
All right, we'll give it to him.
What a good old country boy.
Don't go messing with a country boy.
Don't go mess with it. Yeah, I knew
It's like
Country Boy was in it.
I could hum the whole song to you.
Don't go messing with a country boy, country boy, country.
See, I was blending that because didn't he also sing like a slower song? Not on the first album, maybe on the second.
That's a good question. So you guys got you got a laptop. Look it up. So you can entertain us with more trivia. And Phil, it is your turn. 3 points for you here, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, you got to get this. Who beat superstar Billy Graham for the WWF Championship? You don't have to go back very far on this one. Come on.
I was relatively far from
Relatively, but
because I think it was before I was born. Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund is correct.
Okay.
You're out of the hole, Phil. Congratulations. See, now you guys are getting in here. You're getting in here. Let's see. We go to Stu. Stu for 2. Glenn Jacobs had a rough time with gimmicks until he became Kane. In his second gimmick in the WWF, he was hired by Jerry Lawler to get rid of Bret Hart. What was his ring name at the time?
That would be Isaac Yankem.
Isaac Yankem is correct.
DDS.
Oh, yes. Yes.
DDS.
Yes, he was a dentist long before Britt Baker.
All right. And we go to Doc. Let's see what we got for Doc. Doc, you're skipped. Tough break. Scoop.
Damn.
You got skipped. Boy, this is like the real Uno game. Phil, you got a 1-pointer. Actor Tiny Lister got into a big feud with Hulk Hogan after co-starring in a film with him. What was Lister's name in the movie and in the ring?
Zeus.
Zeus is correct. Good job. All right. And we are now, Stu has 18. Doc has 6. Scoop's got 5. Phil's got 3. So everybody's positive. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And we go to Stu.
Let's roll.
Skipped.
All right.
Doc, you got a 3-point question here. What all-time great won the NWA World Championship on November 27th, 1949? Come on, this is very good. We'll start the first of his 3 title reigns, which combined lasted 3,749 days.
Oh. We talking about Bruno? Back then? 3,000 days?
No.
NWA World Championship. He won it on November. NWA World
I
Championship.
don't know. Vern Gagne.
Bruno never held the NWA title.
I don't know. Vern Gagne was like the only guy I know who was alive in the 40s, probably.
Was it Luthez?
It was Luthez. Got to do a little more studying there, Doc. Let's see. And we are back to, let's see. You guys got skips over to Scoop.
Skip.
Reverse. Back to Doc. Doc, you got a 3-pointer here. And by the way, that was the 25th question. We're halfway home.
I'm just here at this point.
Yeah, you're doing all right. Who was the referee in the disastrous Hogan Sting Starrcade 1997 match?
Oh, 97. he say? Was that I don't think it's right, but was it DDP?
No.
No.
Anybody remember who that ref was?
Well,
The
it
evil referee in WCW?
it was Nick Patrick.
Nick Patrick. That's right.
Damn, that's right. I
mean it
completely
wasn't
forgot
a
about
real
that guy.
Man, that
All right.
Patrick always bothered me because his arm motion on his pin count just drove me nuts.
Yeah, that whole thing was nuts. Stu, oh, we got reversed. It's back to Doc again.
Jesus.
And Doc got skipped. Scoop, 4-pointer here for you.
Oh, finally, I get to answer questions. All right. Or
Oh,
at least miss one.
this one, let's see if we can pull this out. On October 21st, 1985, Japan hosted an NWA versus AWA World Championship match. So you had two world champions. Match ended in a double countout. Ric Flair was the NWA World Champion. Who was the AWA World Champion?
I got nothing.
I know.
I was just worried about kindergarten soccer at that point.
Are you giving up?
I am conceding. Stu, help me out here.
Rick Martel.
Rick Martel. That was correct, boy. Yeah, that was a hell of a match. Too.
Before he lost it to Stan Hansen.
Correct.
And then Stan Hansen ran over the belt with his truck.
Yeah. But that match is up on YouTube. It's pretty good. Phil, let's see what we got for you. One ball.
Okay.
In April of 2012, the Big Show lost the Intercontinental Championship in a tables match where it appeared he actually got knocked off the apron. His foot broke through a table, costing him the title. Who was the man who beat the Big Show for the Intercontinental title in that match?
Oh, I just watched that clip. Damn it.
I was there that night.
Oh, I can't believe. I know every answer in my brain is wrong. Say the year again, please.
2012.
It wasn't.
Phil's facial expressions are amazing, by the way.
Thank you. 2012. Charlie Haas.
No. Who wants to answer it?
Adrenaline.
Yep.
It was
I
Cody
believe at
Rhodes.
the time he was dashing.
Yes, it was smoking
Oh,
mirrors.
that's why
Yeah.
I saw it, because it was on the Cody Rhodes documentary.
One of the funniest moments in pro wrestling history. Stu.
Oh my god, I remember being in the arena. I'm like, I have to watch that back on pay-per-view to see how the announcers called that, because there's no way that was intentional, and it totally was.
It was pretty cool. Stu. And we got 1 point for you.
All right.
Wendy Richter was the victim of the original screw job when she would not sign a contract extension with WWF and was quick counted in a pinfall to lose her title to a masked Fabulous Moolah. What name did Moolah use that night?
Oh, damn it. Oh, I got to think for a moment. I knew it was Moolah. It wasn't Black Scorpion because that was Flair. I give up.
The Spider Lady.
There it was.
They did some
Yeah.
throwbacks to that later on down
Yeah.
down the road too. All right, Doc. Let's see what we got for you. 4. Nobody's got the draw 4 yet. That means they're buried in here somewhere.
That's frightening to think about.
It's frightening to think about. David Arquette infamously won the WCW title in 2000. What movie was he promoting at the time that got him involved with WCW?
Oh my god, why is it not
Watch
coming to
this
my
thing.
head?
Everybody knows this, but you.
Hold
apparently.
on. It'll come to me.
Phil is covering his mouth. Stu is rocking around.
Oh my
Scoop is,
god, I
checking out
feel
our
so
ceiling.
stupid for not being able to think of this immediately.
You are going to be upset.
I'm just gonna say Beyond the Mat.
That was a documentary. Scoop, do you know this one?
That would be Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble.
That's what. God damn.
With Scott.
All right. Scoop. Let's see what we got for you. 3 points. And gain some ground on Stu on this one if you get it. And you better get this.
There's a lot of ground to gain.
On what TV show did Jerry Lawler famously slap comedian Andy Kaufman?
I better get this.
You should.
I should,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's again before I was born. Oh God. It wasn't the Ed Sullivan Show.
It wasn't that far.
That's was it Tonight Show with Johnny Carson?
Oh, you were so close. You were so close. It was the show after Carson. Late Night with David Letterman.
Damn it. I knew it was the late night show.
I miss David Letterman.
I miss the old David Letterman.
I do too.
Well, now we're getting the old David Letterman.
Yeah, there you go. Phil, what do we got for you? Oh, a draw too.
Before you go to the question, I did find the book cover. I messed up. It's Tori Wilson that was on the cover of the book. It was called The Big Apple Takedown.
Oh,
what?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That just sounds trash.
Oh. All right, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
You got to draw to some big points here. What did John Cena use to beat Dave Bautista in a last man standing match to win the WWE World Championship at Extreme Rules 2010?
Oh man.
Shoot.
One of the most famous finishes to a last man standing match ever. All these other guys are probably like,
I know.
I know it. I already know it.
Right, you know this one, and I knew this. I'm not remembering. I'm going to say the stairs.
Incorrect. Doc, you want to give it to him?
He duct taped that man's feet around the ring post.
Yep, he sure did.
My brain was going shoelaces. Like
all I can picture is Batista just freaking out.
One of the greatest finishes.
I remember at the time I hated it. Now looking back, it's kind of brilliant.
It was very funny. All right, Stu. Oh, that's right. You got penalized for this, Phil. I forgot because it was a draw too. So it is a -2 and a reverse. So guess what? That means Scoop's going to get the next question, and you get out of losing some points. You're down to 1. Scoop. What legendary game show host got in a verbal battle and stare down with Chris Jericho while guest hosting Monday Night Raw?
First and foremost, you didn't give me a point value.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give you a point value. Well, it's a draw too, so extra pressure.
Famous game show host?
Game show host.
That'd be Bob Barker.
That would be Bob Barker. You are correct. Let's see how you did. Oh, you're not going to believe this. We pulled one of the draw 4s at a rotten time.
Ooh.
All right. I'll figure out what to do that in a sec. We got a 1.
I got another draw 4, didn't it?
We'll mix those back in the day. You got to be kidding me. And another 1. I'm going to mix these other 3 cards
2 points
back in the deck. That's a tough break.
That was the hardest 2 points I've had.
Oh my God. I'm going to shuffle these in and we go to Doc. Skipped.
Cool. I don't have to answer George Hackett's question.
Phil, you got another draw too. Are you ready?
Sure, let's go.
What wrestler pulled off a stunning victory in a ladder match for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 32, only to lose it the next night to The Miz?
I got the poster behind me.
Look, I see it.
Zoom
You
in.
can't see who is on.
Enhance.
Oh my God, which one was WrestleMania 32?
That was the first one at Jerry World in Arlington. AT&T Stadium.
Held it for 1 day, lost it to Miz the next day, and everybody was furious.
Edge.
Zack Ryder. Otherwise,
It was the
Matt
end of the
Cardona.
pre-show match too.
It was, and it was a great match.
It was a great match.
You got
Terrible.
a picture with Razor Ramon.
All right. That takes us to Scoop. No, it doesn't. We got reversed. Phil, it's back to you. So you get a chance to make
All
up
right,
for that.
Phil.
Here you go. The big draw 4.
Oh boy. Pressure.
How about a
Oh,
Maryland
this
wrestling
is-
question?
This is see if we can pull it out. What wrestling legend caused a riot in Cleveland in 1974 after he repeatedly did his signature heart punch to Ernie Ladd, making the fans think he was trying to murder the big cat?
Ox Baker.
Ox Baker's correct.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right, let's
The
see what
heart
we
punch
got.
is illegal in Maryland to do. You're not allowed to do it. In
Really? I
Maryland
didn't
wrestling.
know that. Well,
That
let's
and the
see what
pile
you got.
driver.
3, 2, so you're up to 5. Got to draw 2, so we'll pass on that. 5. Oh, this was a big one for you, buddy. Draw. Nope. And a 4. So Phil, you scored
go.
big on that. 14
Can I quit
points.
now.
Wow.
14
Phil.
points. You're still losing. And I may have to but I have to shuffle the rest of the deck because there's some real chaos coming. That was question 35. So about 15 questions ago. And let's see. We are at Stu, if I'm correct.
Correct.
Sure.
All right, Stu. Let's see what you got.
I
here.
do need to leave for work in about 5.5 hours.
Yeah, all right. We're almost done. Stu, you get a draw 4.
Ooh.
Chance to open this up. One NFL team signed Baron Corbin following the 2009 NFL draft.
That was damn it. Cardinals.
No.
I know this one because I'm a huge
Scoop.
football guy. He signed with the Colts
He
because he
si-
and Pat McAfee roomed together.
That's right.
He went to training camp with the Cardinals, but yeah, you're right.
That draw 2 goes into the deck. Lose 4. What else we got? Jeez. So getting all the draws here. Another 4. So you're penalized 8 so far. 2. And a skip. So that means we'll throw the skip in. That means Doc's going to get skipped, but you lose 10 points on that, big man.
Oh well.
Wow.
It was nice. It was nice while it lasted. Does that mean I can go to bed now?
Not yet. We're almost done.
I don't have to go to work like Phil, but I mean, I do have to go to work, but it's not quite as soon as Phil.
All right. We'll blaze threes. We're at Scoop with that skip, and he's skipped. Draw 2 for Phil. So, Phil, a chance to expand your lead thanks to that last one.
Or lose horribly.
Or lose horribly. Before Kofi Kingston was part of the New Day, he won the WWE World Tag Team Championship as part of Air Boom. Who was Kofi Kingston's tag team partner in Air Boom? And I need his correct WWE name.
I know.
Kofi Kingston.
Scoop knows. Stu knows.
Oh,
Doc,
I
do you
definitely
know?
I definitely know.
Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne is correct.
Yep.
Very
Way to
good.
go, Phil.
A 3
I don't know how I
and a
pulled that out.
3.
I saw you put you were working hard. I saw it.
Good work.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that forehead starting to pulsate.
Right, this vein keeps coming out. I don't know what's
There you
going
go.
on today.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. And who's next here? It would go to Scoop, if I remember. Are we going to Scoop or Stu? Is it Stu, I think, right?
It's Stu. It's
Stu.
Stu.
Right.
All right,
Sure.
Stu. And it's reversed. Phil, you get another shot at this. But you got skipped. Oh, I love Uno.
That's me.
Scoop, 2-pointer.
2-point.
Roddy Piper was the star of a cult classic film in which a pair of glasses could make him see aliens who had secretly integrated on Earth with humans, along with also seeing subliminal messages everywhere. What was the name of the movie?
He was there to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and he was all the bubble gum. They live.
Correct. You guys all see that movie?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Love
Yeah.
that movie.
That's one of my favorite fight scenes in film.
That was one of the greatest fight scenes ever.
All right, Doc. Let's see what we got for you. Nope. Scoop, you get a chance to get some more points.
Oh boy.
Maybe.
This
Probably
deck
not.
hates
4
me.
ball.
Probably not.
4-ball. The Undertaker's streak was ended by Brock Lesnar, but who did the Undertaker start the streak against?
Oh, Jesus.
I know.
Broke my heart. Time too.
I cannot remember. It's
I
late. I
know.
worked all day.
No,
I got nothing. My brain's toast right now.
Stu, you know it.
Giant Gonzalez.
No,
89. No?
no, back farther than that. Anybody else know it?
Was it Snuka?
Snuka. Yep.
Yeah.
Superfly
Hey,
Snuka.
Yeah, I guess right.
All right, Phil.
Brock should have never broke the streak, by the way. I can still say that to this day.
All right, Phil. You get more. You got a shot at 5 more points. That's incredible. Who played the infamous gobbledygooker in WWE?
Oh, come on, man.
I know it was a Guerrero, but I can't remember which Guerrero.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be specific on that. Hector Guerrero is correct.
Yeah.
Phil has opened up a nice lead now. 26 to Stu's at 8, Scoops at 9, Doc is at 6. And we go to Stu. 3-pointer. Charlotte Flair won 2 state titles in high school in what sport?
Volleyball.
Volleyball's correct. Good
Yeah.
job. Good job. Doc. And this is question 42, so we're running out of time. Doc, let's see what we got. You got a 1-pointer. Who did Bart Gunn beat in the finals of the infamous WWF Brawl for All tournament?
Is it JBL?
We'll take it. Yeah, Bradshaw. That is correct.
Well,
Good job.
Bradshaw.
Scoop. Reverse, Doc. You get a chance to get some more points. No, you don't. You got skipped. Stu, 4-pointer. Chance for you to make up some ground here.
Okay.
Kevin Nash had some rough gimmicks in WCW early on. After the Oz debacle, what was the new name Nash was given?
Was that Vinny Vegas?
That was Vinny Vegas. Good job.
It wasn't the Diamond Stud?
No,
No, that
That was Scott Hall.
that was Scott Hall.
Scott, yeah.
Okay.
That was
okay.
Scott.
Sorry. Thank you.
Phil, let's see what we got for you. A 1-ball. Let's see. Who was imitating Ric Flair in the famous Woo Off promo in TNA?
Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal's correct. Scoop. 5-pointer. Big one here for you. Oh, God, you got to get I hope you get this. What city and state was Randy Savage billed from in his ring introductions?
Sarasota, Florida.
Sarasota, Florida is correct. Now you guys are cooking.
I hear
I'm gonna be
Howard
disappointed.
Finkel's voice in my head every time you say that.
Mm-hmm.
From Sarasota, Florida.
You got
I'm gonna
5
be
questions.
disappointed if there aren't any Wrestling Society X questions in here.
You might be disappointed. Doc, draw 2, so a chance to pick up some big points on this one or lose them.
Yep.
What was George the Animal Steel known for eating during matches?
Turnbuckles.
Turnbuckles. That is correct. 2 and a reversal. So we're going back to, you can only get 2, but Scoop's going to get a shot to answer another question. Scoop, you're closing in on this. There's some chance for you to win the game. Let's see what we got for you. 3-pointer. Who was the first WWE diva to be on the cover of Playboy?
Sonny.
No.
Oh, Diva. Dang it. Said cover 2.
Anybody know who that is?
Sable?
Sable. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, 1 point. Who in the AWA was who was in the AWA tag team known as the High Flyers?
Oh, I know.
I have no Jumping Jim Brunzell and Chaz.
You had half of it right.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim Brunzell was one of them. Who was the other one, guys?
Greg Gagne.
Greg Gagne. Yep, they were multi-time world champs.
Yeah.
So do I get half a point?
No. We had 2 questions to go. We're Phil with 27, Stu's at 15, Scoops at 14, Doc's at 9. Stu, this is your question. That's
All right.
5-pointer.
All right.
What university did the Steiner brothers attend?
That would be the university that the Texas Longhorns defeated earlier this season in their house, Michigan.
That is correct. All right, Doc, this is the last one.
I'm going to get skipped, aren't
As
I?
a 2-pointer. Nope,
Oh,
you did not
okay.
get skipped.
It's the last one, and you get skipped.
In what movie did The Rock play a hockey player who stole $1 from under a 6-year-old girl's pillow?
The Tooth Fairy.
Tooth Fairy. You remembered that movie. Very good.
Well, I'd never seen the movie, but I know of it. Everybody's seen that movie poster.
And that is the 50-50 to Uno. Doc finishes fourth at 11. Scoop with 14. Stu at 20 got banged on that one question. Phil Stamper, somehow, I don't know how you did it.
What
You won the game at 27.
Presidential power right there.
Unbelievable.
You're all vetoed.
Wow.
Calling for a recount.
Unbelievable. So there you go. 50 to Uno. I maybe shorten it up a little bit. You guys like it?
That's fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
All right. Thanks.
I just wish I was older.
I'm sorry?
I wish I was older.
Right.
Yeah, Scoop, you got some. You got some.
I was
older
waiting for a
generation
Haystacks Calhoun question somewhere.
questions. I was thinking about one, but
I
next time
mean,
we
you were
do it-
digging deep, man. 1945. What the hell?
Well,
And how about
it's not
some
everybody
East-
knows.
How about some more like East Coast stuff? I was like, there was a lot of Texas.
like
There was quite a bit of tech. I will.
No,
I
you
will freely.
Texas question, or like 4 of 3 of them, and you got them all. All right. So, guys, that's it. Anybody? Let's see. Phil Stamper, what do you have going on, sir?
For the next 2 weekends, there are 3 MCW Pro Wrestling events out here in Maryland. So make sure you check them out at mcwprowrestling.com. This Saturday in Hollywood, Maryland, Sunday in Joppa, Maryland, which includes a fan fest that includes MJF will be at. Then next Saturday will be the 16th in Frederick, Maryland.
Stu Myrick from Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. What's up with you, sir?
Let's see. So we got Inspire After Death coming up this Sunday in downtown Austin. It will be available later on IWTV, but we've got Sumi Sakai coming in. We got Kevin Knight, one half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, coming in to the great ATX. So that's this Sunday, and then the following Sunday, we're actually taping it this Sunday. The Rhodes Wrestling Academy will be having their 11th student showcase. That will be the Sunday the 17th on the Rhodes Wrestling Academy YouTube channel. I will be on the call for those matches as we get to see the newest set of graduates from Dustin Rhodes' wrestling school here in the Austin area. Plus, he's got his Rhodes Wrestling Association Texas Fall Fury on Thursday the 21st, and that will be available afterwards on their YouTube channel.
And you're going to be having a tuna sandwich on Saturday afternoon.
Something like that, yeah.
Scoop, where are you going to be at, buddy? I know we're going to see you at the Chris Bay benefit event.
Yes, I will be there on Saturday, and that's pretty much it for me this weekend. I am a photographer at heart. Follow me on all my socials at the Bionic Scoop. It's branding, I got it all early. But yep, see Phil, we're here, man. So yeah, every platform, it's the Bionic Scoop. I post everything I take. I do everything from digital photography ringside to I shoot 120 medium format film as well around the city. So yeah,
Nice. And of course, Doc Chris Mueller, what's up with you at Bleacher Report, sir?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I interviewed
Well, that
Adam
balance-
Cole a couple of weeks ago. That's up if you want to go see it. I'll be doing coverage for all the upcoming pay-per-views and shows and all that, but it's the same old, same old.
Fair enough. So that balances out Stu doing everything. Doc's doing nothing. Very nice. Well, guys, hey, I hope we had fun tonight. We had some cool chats and a little socialization. Hope everybody out there enjoyed it too. And that is going to do it for this edition of the Mark Hoke Show Late Night. Don't forget to join us on Sunday for the Mark Hoke Show 8 to 10 a.m. on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the Talk of Las Vegas, the Odyssey app, and of course, streaming on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Guess TBA, we'll see which of these goofballs may be joining me and whoever else is going to be in on the party. Of course, we do have our last episode up where we had a pretty good one there with Brad Gilmore from Reality of Wrestling. And we also had from CBSSports.com, and I didn't have his name ready, which is really bad. I do apologize, but a couple of good interviews there. So, guys, thanks for joining us. Do appreciate it. I wish you guys a good night, right?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Absolutely. So we'll see you next time on the Mark Hoke Show late night and the Mark Hoke Show on Sunday. Everybody have a great evening. We'll talk to you soon.
Good night, good fight.